I've worked with professional services firms for 30 years. The profitable ones, those with 30% plus margins, while their competitors struggle at 5%, they follow 3 rules rigorously, and most firms break all 3 of them without really knowing it. I'm Mike Kiley. I'm a chartered accountant with 30 years in professional services, including time at WPP and Kantar. I've seen what separates firms that scale profitably from firms that scale into chaos. In the next 10 minutes or so, I'm going to show you the 3 rules that profitable firms follow. Not theory, not best practices from a book. The rules that show up in every high margin firm I've worked with or analyzed. Let's start with the most important one. Profitable firms know their cost basis cold. They know the absolute minimum they can charge while maintaining healthy margins. Surprisingly, too many firms don't. Here's what it looks like in practice. When a prospect asks for a quote, most firms do this. They look at the scope, they estimate the hours, they think about what the market will bear, and they throw out a number. Does that sound familiar? But that's super dangerous. Profitable firms ask a different question. What does it cost us to deliver this? They know their fully loaded labor rates, not just salary, but salary plus benefits plus allocated overhead. They know their non-billable ratio, and they know the delivery inefficiency buffer. So when they price, they know their floor. They know the number below which they're losing money. And the real pros, they know the difference between the gross margin floor and the fully loaded cost floor. I don't want to bore you with the technicalities, but the gross margin floor is the minimum that you can charge and recover your direct costs. And the fully loaded floor is the rate that you can charge to recover all your costs. That sounds basic, but most firms can't tell you the true costs to deliver. They're pricing based on hope and competitive pressure. When you don't know your floor, you take on projects that destroy margin. You think you're being competitive. You think you're winning business, but you're not. You're working for free, or worse, effectively paying clients to work for them. Profitable firms know their floor, they price above it, and they say no to everything below it, unless there's another benefit. For example, a case study, a reference, or some other benefit which is helpful to them, which is intangible or tangible. And that's the first rule. Know your floor. The second rule is that profitable firms fire faster than they hire. But we're not talking about people here, we're talking about clients. And here's what I see constantly. A firm grows to 50, 100, 150 people. Revenue looks good, the team's busy, but margins are really, really thin. We dig into the data and it turns out that about 30% of their clients are unprofitable. Not break even, but negative. But nobody fires them. Why? Well, number one, they've been a client for years. They're a good relationship. Number two, they're a big name. Great for our portfolio and they look great on the website. And number three, leadership worries about the revenue gap. If we fire them, how will we replace that revenue, they say? So they keep them. The team keeps burning out on unprofitable work, margins stay flat, and leadership wonders why growth isn't translating to profit. Profitable firms, well, they just don't do this. They identified unprofitable clients fast. They attempt to fix the relationship, reprice, renegotiate scope, and reset expectations. If that doesn't fix, they exit quickly and quietly. Why? Because keeping an unprofitable client has a hidden cost. It's not just the cost of the lost margin on that client, it's the opportunity cost of your team's time. Your best people are trapped delivering work that's losing money. They can't focus on profitable clients, and they can't sell new business. They can't build the things that drive growth. You're paying them to work on clients that make you poorer. Profitable firms understand this. They fire fast. They free up capacity. They use that capacity to serve profitable clients better and to win new profitable business. I get it. I run a professional services business myself, and it's hard to turn away work. But here's the truth. Most firms carry dead weight for years, and profitable firms cut it in months. And that's the second rule. The third rule is profitable firms measure capacity, not just utilization. Most firms worship utilization. They track billable hours as a percentage of available hours. They celebrate when utilization hits 85 or 90%. But that's only half the picture. Utilization tells you how busy your people are, but it doesn't tell you if you're making money. Let me give you an example. A senior consultant will bill at $300 an hour and they log 40 hours to a client. Utilization is great, but the client is only willing to pay $150 an hour for that work. So you just gave away $6,000 in margin. Or a project goes sideways. The team spends 20 hours fixing mistakes and they log that to billable time. Utilization goes up, but the client doesn't pay for that rework, so margin collapses. So utilization is a bit of a vanity metric. It makes you look and feel productive, but while profit is leaking out. Profitable firms, they measure capacity differently. They track realization, the hours they get paid for, and not just the hours they logged. They track role utilization, which is, are senior people doing senior work, or are they doing junior work at senior cost? They track capacity allocation, which is which clients and which projects are consuming most effort, and are those profitable ones? That's capacity management. It's not just, are our people busy? It's, are our people busy on the right things? I've seen too many firms not doing this. They chase high utilization and they celebrate being busy. Meanwhile, profitable firms are selective. They run at 70 to 80% utilization, but they make twice the margin because they're ruthless about what work they accept. Utilization is easy to measure, but so's capacity if you know how. But capacity is where the profit lives. And that's the third rule. So these are the three rules. Number one, know your floor or floors if you want to look at gross margin floor as well. Number two, fire faster than you hire. And number three, measure capacity and not just utilization. Now here's why most firms break them. It's not because you're bad at business. It's because these rules are uncomfortable. And I know, and I sympathize, but knowing your floor means you have to say no to work that doesn't meet it. That feels risky when revenue is tight. Firing clients means you have to replace that revenue, and that takes confidence in your ability to get new business. Measuring capacity properly means you need better data and discipline than most small to medium-sized businesses. It's easier just to track utilization and hope. And I feel these pressures myself. I'm not just preaching at you, but I'm giving you the benefit of my experience and the firms I've worked with. So most firms don't follow these rules. They price to win. They keep clients to protect revenue, and they celebrate being busy. Then they wonder why margins are flat. Profitable firms don't wonder. They know because they follow these rules. And the difference between a 10% margin firm and a 30% margin firm is the talent. It's not market, and it's certainly not luck. It's discipline. It's following rules that are simple but uncomfortable. Look, if you're watching and thinking, I don't know my floor, or I'm definitely carrying unprofitable clients, or we track utilization but not capacity, you're not alone. Many firms in your position can't answer these questions with confidence. And that's actually why we developed our Profit and Capacity Diagnostic. It's designed to give the business the information they need to understand their floor, identify which clients are profitable and which ones aren't, and understand their real realization. If you want to find out more, you can book a 20-minute assessment with us, and we will talk through your specific situation. It's just a conversation about whether you have the data and discipline to follow these rules, or whether you need to build on a foundation first. The link is in the description. Pick a time and we'll talk you through it. And if you found this useful, share it with another firm owner who's stuck in low margins. These conversations matter. And thank you for watching, and see you next week.